Hey there guys, aarava here, and today bringing an F1 2014 gameplay video, and today we're under the spotlights of the Bahrain Grand Prix, obviously under the night sky for 2014, and we're here in Kimi Raikkonen's Ferrari for a 50% race around Bahrain, starting from a random grid slot, which is 8th place, so a 0% chance of rain, obviously, being at Bahrain, but 8th on the grid, and Bahrain is a very tricky circuit, a lot of low-speed corners where traction is important, and obviously, it's very hard to get the power down completely smoothly against the AI, so we're going to have to try our best, and the setup we're going to run is pretty, I just threw it together, to be honest. Quite high wings, went for 9.5 it looks like, and just threw together the rest of the setup really, so no need to take it down or take any note. I'm pretty sure you're going to find a faster setup eventually in a few weeks time once everyone's got up to speed with the game. But yeah, we're here for a 50% race at Bahrain. I think it should be an interesting one. The Ferrari car seems to be a car where I end up in a lot of battles because it's one that, it's quick when I'm on it, but when I start to struggle with tyres, it looks like it's quite a handful. We saw that at Germany, definitely, that 100% race I did at Hockenheim. That was a tricky one, so here's hoping we get another great tough race at Bahrain here in the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen this time instead of Alonso. So remember guys, if you're new around here, then do click the subscribe button underneath the video to see more F1 2014 videos. I'm going to try my best to do daily uploads. If you didn't know, at the moment I'm just starting off in the first few weeks of university, so I'm going to try my best to do daily uploads, but I hope you can understand if I miss a day. But yeah, on the strategy here, we're going to start on the prime tyres I've decided instead of the options. We're going to go prime. We're going to do an alternate strategy, so prime option for now. We'll see how it goes. I may switch that to prime option prime if we need to, if I need some extra pace straight away at the middle of the race, but we will see as the race goes on. It's a very kind of see how it goes kind of thing. I don't think it's very good if you plan ahead on this game. I think it's best to see how it goes on track, then make your strategy as you go, which adds another element of having to think about that while you're racing hard. So here we go to the grid. Lewis Hamilton on pole, and obviously the two Mercedes lock out the front row. I don't think I've seen them not both lock out the front row, apart from maybe once where Williams was on second place. But here we go to 5 red lights from 8th place. Jensen Button next to us, Vettel right ahead of us, 5 red lights, and we're off for 29 laps of Bahrain under the floodlights. Here we go, getting a pretty bad start actually, a lot of wheel spin there in second and third gear, and Alonso, our teammate, has jumped us from 10th place. We're going to try and go down the inside through the middle of Button and Vettel. Looks like the hand goes up on the left hand side as we tap Button. They're going very cautiously here in second gear, not trying to put the power down too early, obviously on heavier fuel than we are in qualifying and in time trial, so we need to be careful. But we've overtaken Sebastian Vettel there on down this straight towards the right hander. Can we get Button in 4th place? No, we can't, not yet. Going very cautiously, it's a little snap of oversteer there as I exit that swooping right hander corner, which is very tough on traction. Now through this S's section, sort of right and then left now towards this hairpin, very awkward hairpin actually, taking in second gear, but every time you're going through the middle of the apex, it does feel like you're about to lose grip, and I have lost grip on the exit of the corner, putting the power down a bit too early, so we're still in 5th place. We actually lost a bit of time to Jensen Button up in 4th. Hopefully we can try and catch him up now as we settle into the race. The first lap is always very cautious, a very bit hasty, trying to get on with it, but now onto the end of lap 3, onto lap 4, things have calmed down a bit. We are chasing down Jensen Button now. We've got optimum fuel, so we're on stand right now, but as we get into the DRS zone, we open the DRS flap, we go down to lean mix to save some fuel, just while I'm going a lot faster with the DRS, and we easily overtake Jensen Button for 4th place, and we're still on lean mix. We're going to keep it in lean mix actually for a tiny bit, and we're going to try and save some fuel through this first stint, so hopefully we can get on +1 at least to try and push on rich mix later on in the race. But we've got 4th place there on Jensen Button, and now on to the beginning of lap 5. We're going to chase down Nico Hülkenberg, who's in 3rd place. We're in 4th. Can we get the first podium position available? Go down the inside. He's on the soft tire obviously, so he's going to get a bit better grip, but it looks like we've actually made the move stick. Looks like he's really backed out of that, and we've got 3rd place now on the podium. Obviously no way to catch the Mercedes cars. Look at that, 8.9 already by 5th lap on a 50% race. That's pretty damn crazy. So in terms of realism, the Mercedes are definitely as realistic as they are in real life. They just bolt away. 10 seconds now to Hamilton. But now on to lap 6. Hülkenberg's come back at me. He's going to try and overtake me. I'm going to stick down the inside. I'm still in lean mix, remember, trying to save fuel, so he'll have a bit of faster revs maybe, but I'm going to try and battle with him. We're still side by side through here, so we've been side by side for 3 corners now, down to this 4th corner. Will we be able to still be side by side, still battling with him? Go down the inside in second gear, try and get the traction working, have to give him some room on the left. We're still still side by side. Jesus, my God. Hulkenberg is putting up a fight here, but we now go around the outside. We've tapped him a tiny bit. We've tapped Hulkenberg on getting onto the curb slightly, and now onto the outside curb, and we've spun it. We've spun it. We're in the gravel. And that has turned out absolutely horribly. We've lost. We're down to 5th, 6th even. Down to 6th. Ricciardo and Button take me as I tapped Hulkenberg and then just got on the curb on the outside, planting the power on the ridged outside curb, and it threw me off. So, yeah, pretty realistic actually. That's not an auto spin curb. You know, that curb does have ridges on it, and if you do put the power down awkwardly on that curb, you should technically lose some grip, and I lost massively, a massive amount of grip and just got spun into the gravel. So unfortunately we're down to 6th place now. That's hampered our strategy now, because you can see there, we're all still on lean, but now we're down 6th, not 3rd, which would be much better, obviously, to try and get some clean air and try and get that fuel down, but also get some good pace. And we're trying to overtake Jensen Button. Look at the amount of oversteer we're getting, trying to overtake Button down the inside, but we haven't made it done. We're up to 5th place now, but Magnus and his teammate's going to come back at me, and he might sniff 5th place from 6th. He's overtaking his teammate Button. Rosberg's at the far side of the Grand Prix, but going on to lap 7 now as we go down the pit straight. Is Magnussen going to try and make a move on me? I'm on lean mix still. I'm still not going to back down. I'm going to change up to second mix now. Try and get some standard mix, try and get some revs. Magnussen comes back at us. He's going to go around on the outside on the left. We're going to have to back out of it and just tuck in behind him in 6th place. So Magnussen's taking that fair and square. Yet again, Magnussen annoying me in a Ferrari. First it was Germany in Alonso's car, and now it's again here at Bahrain in Kimi Raikkonen's Ferrari. What is it with Magnussen and holding up Ferraris right now in this game? Something's obviously been programmed, because he always shows up with me near a Ferrari. So now here on lap 8 now, we've opened DRS. I'm going to get Magnussen back though, as we stayed within 1 second of him. So easy move there. Back up to 5th place, down into the first corner now, and we're in standard mix at the moment. We've got a good healthy amount of fuel to try and burn through towards the end of the race, maybe on our option stint, but Magnussen's going to come back at me though, so it's not over yet. But nope, it is over. It is actually over. He couldn't overtake me. So we're cutting to lap 12 now, going to the pit stop, going to lean mix. I'm going to make our pit stop for the option tyres. So I've actually decided to change strategy. I'm going to prime option, then prime. So we're going to the option tyres, hopefully we get some speed. We're going to kind of need it, because after that spin, we're in an effective sort of 6th to 7th region when I was in 3rd. So hopefully this option tyre stint will allow us to get a bit faster pace and climb back up to, I'm hoping, at least 4th. It would be nice to try and get 3rd back, but I don't know how much the guys up ahead have gained on me, the likes of Hulkenberg and Vettel and Alonso, obviously, that overtook me after that spin and pit stop. So now we're out into 10th place once we made that pit stop on the option tyres. So now we're going to push as hard as we can. We're on standard mix at the moment. We've still got 1+ of fuel, and I'm going to go to rich mix on the pit straight basically and burn some fuel there to gain some speed advantage. But apart from that, I'm going to stay in standard for the rest of the lap, just using rich on the pit straight. That will be the best strategy for us to still conserve the fuel but go fast on the straight. So now we're going to try and overtake Sergio Perez. He's going to try and overtake Maldonado. We're going to take both of them very easily down into the first corner. Actually, not too easy that much on Maldonado. We had to make sure we could squeeze Maldonado out, but quite easy move on Perez, because Perez was obviously probably looking ahead on the left to try and overtake Maldonado. So we've taken 2 positions in 1 corner, and we're up to 8th place now, chasing down Jensen Button on lap 14. Let's see how much we can close on him and see how long it takes to close on option tyres. So now on to lap 15, on to the end of lap 15, on to lap 16. So it's taken 2 laps to gain up to Jensen Button. So that is some great pace on the option tyres. Open DRS, wide flap, down to standard mix as we overtake Jensen Button down to the first corner. He's still there. He's actually broken quite late compared to the other AI. He's actually still there. But now we've got 7th place, squeezed him out, and we're up to 7th place. Sebastian Vettel, he is next. It's lap 16. How long will it take to gain to Sebastian Vettel? I believe there's about 5 seconds to me and Vettel. So it's going to be interesting to see how much pace we have and how much time it's going to take down that 5 seconds. I don't think it will be a second a lap, but he's hoping at least it will not be, till our next stint on the prime tyres. He's actually 6.1 ahead. So now we cut on to lap 20. So it has been 4 laps, and we're actually going to make our pit stop. So we have not caught Sebastian Vettel before our pit stops. We did close on him actually quite a lot there. We actually ended up, I think, about 3.5 behind Vettel. So we did close it down a bit, and we had really good pace. The car was feeling great on that last bit of the option stint, but we just couldn't catch him before the pit stop. He had too much pace for us. As to believe, 6 seconds is not going to go down, in a quick instant. But now onto lap 23, Alonso's had some sort of problem because he's going very slowly. He's got DRS, so I don't know what's happened there. Maybe he got DRS from Vettel up ahead, but then made a mistake on the last corner because he is being now chased down by me. We're going to make a move down the inside. Ferrari versus Ferrari down the inside. Alonso will not be very happy with that. Kimi Raikkonen has just overtaken him, and theoretically Kimi Raikkonen should be struggling like in the real season, so he's going to be quite pissed off on the radio probably as I overtook him there for 6th place. And now we're chasing down Vettel still. Can we get Vettel? Let's see by the end of the race. We've got 5 laps left of the race. 5 laps? Yeah, 5 laps. Yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, there are 5 laps of the race left. But now here on the second last lap, lap 28, Hulkenberg's going very slowly. We're going to overtake him. Looks like he tried to overtake Vettel, but was going very slowly in the process, so I gained on him in the S's section and managed to overtake him, and now we're chasing down Sebastian Vettel, but we're going to have to see if it is possible. Can we overtake Sebastian Vettel for 4th place by the end of the race? Here we come towards the last lap now, through the final corner of the second last lap of the Grand Prix. Here we go, we're in the DRS zone, we're going to change up to mix, we're on optimum fuel, so we'll just about make it towards the end of the Grand Prix. Opening DRS in the slipstream, Sebastian Vettel going to the left, we touch a tiny bit, we're going still on the left hand side of Sebastian Vettel, we're going to try and overtake him. Here we go, down to the first corner. Is he going to outbrake me? No, he's not. We're down to the first corner and through to 4th place just on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Awesome stuff to come back from what was about 10th place at one point behind Perez to get 4th place after in a 50% race. I think that's a pretty good comeback here in the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen. So we're going to come through. Lewis Hamilton's won the race, Rosberg's in 2nd, and Ricciardo is in 3rd, I believe that was. But we've come home in 4th in Kimi Raikkonen's Ferrari. Great comeback there, because considering we were about 10th or 9th place, after everyone had made their pit stops, sort of after that spin, I think a very good comeback for 4th place in Kimi Raikkonen's Ferrari. So that was a great race. If you guys did enjoy that as much as I did watching it back, then do give it a like. Comment below what you thought of that race. Do you want to see more stuff like that? That was definitely enthralling stuff, battling with the AI, the likes of Vettel, Hulkenberg, and Alonso, and even the ever Magnussen. Magnussen keeps on cropping up everywhere, doesn't he, when I'm in a Ferrari? But yeah, again, if you guys did enjoy that, then do give it a like. And if you're new around here, don't forget to click the subscribe button below my video for more F1 2014 content. As I said at the beginning of the video, I will try my best to do daily uploads, and I should be getting the review copy of F1 2014 soon, so that means we can start career mode at some point in the next week or so. So that will be coming soon, but for now, at least for the next week or so, there'll be more random races like this in other other AI car, in other drivers' cars. So tell me who you want me to go in next. Obviously, taking note that at the moment, I really do not fancy going lower cars. I'm not enjoying them at the moment. They just don't have a lot of grip, and for me, it's not very fun just battling around for 10th place. I'm sure you guys won't mind watching that, but for me to race it for at least an hour in a 50% race really isn't that exciting for me. So do take that into account when you comment below anything you want to see. But is there anything also you want to see in terms of tips and tutorials, in terms of anything you want to know in terms of driving? Do tell me all that good stuff. So once again, give it a like if you did enjoy it. Comment below what you thought. Subscribe to you for weekly F1 content. I'm being aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.